Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, okay.
No!
Here we go.
Inaya.
We tried, guys.
Yeah.
You saw us
We
trying.
made an active decision to protect them, and they ignored us.
So I'm gonna be sat here judging Daz this entire date.
I'll try and hold myself back. I've heard.
I mean, you don't hold yourself back,
No.
but I also will make fun of you.
Yeah, I mean, also everything I've seen online about Keaton is that he's awful.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, he's exactly my type.
No comment. Alright, let's start this date.
Keaton.
I cannot wait to, as a she-they Pakistani, date that guy.
I also think he's a pickpocket.
What in the world is that?
TikTok.
Oh. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then, okay, yeah, because they have the different names.
Yes.
Of course he's a
Big
big buck.
Mentions of sexual assault, misgendering, alcohol, harassment, NSFW. That's a lot of things. Would you like me to narrate?
I would like you to be the white guy.
Yeah,
The
I will
next
take the white guy.
Episode for tea. Product placement.
Buy our merch.
You're getting better at waking up without an alarm. You are doing it. Most days. Today, you use the alarm. You're only human. You've given up on keeping the clock halfway across the room because by the time you finally reach it, you're usually ready to smash it against the wall. Your security deposit is already on rocky enough ground as it is. It's been 2 seconds, I already have an interlude. I was having a conversation with a colleague like a while back, like in my old job, where they were just like, before like alarm clocks were invented, how did people get up for work? And we were like, time as we know it, the way that time is organized as we know it, is completely a capitalist invention. So the need to wake up at a specific time, to work at a specific time for a specific amount of hours, and that way of organizing time and of organizing work is totally a capitalist thing. Because it's like, before we had alarm clocks and before we had capitalism, like society functioned just fine. But like people were, I don't know, their sense of time and the way that they organized work was very different. But that's so strange to conceive of now, right?
Fully, like all I can think of as an example of like how someone would wake up without an alarm clock is specifically like farmers, because you would probably wake up with the sunrise and or a rooster so that you can go do all of your tasks that require you to be up in the morning.
Yeah, and you're not being managed. You don't have to finish things by a specific time. Just by the end of the day, you can go at your own pace. Like, it's like the work gets done, but in a way that's not like, I don't know, really like regimented and awful for your mental health.
Yeah, it's in that context, it would be driven more by the fact that the animals need you to feed them.
Yeah,
than, like, someone's gonna yell at you for not feeding the animals.
Exactly, like the work is driven by need, not driven by like, well, obviously capitalist work is driven by need in a different way, but capitalist work is driven by more than need. It's driven by like us being exploited for profit. So I don't know.
Alarm clocks.
Alarm clocks. If you'd never thought about that before, now you have. You're trying a new thing called not immediately rolling over and ruining your mood by checking social media on your phone.
God, I wish that was me.
Instead, you roll out of bed, make enough coffee to drown in, and check it on your laptop. At least then you can pretend that you're working. You bring up your work account and are immediately filled with the weird, terrifying hit of dopamine that a full notification bubble causes you. That little 99 plus is so frightening yet so satisfying. I cannot conceive of that.
Yeah.
It's not your job to check your own comments. That's what you hired Alex for. Don't check them.
Don't check them. We will protect you.
You resist the urge to self-harm via the internet. Shit, did you get raided? What the hell?
Oh.
Music.
It is Discord.
Discord and Big Buck. Didn't you say before that it would be funny if it was called Pisscord?
Yes.
You tab over to Discord and are immediately accosted by another wave of notifications, all of them from Alex, who has sent you approximately 100,000 messages and even attempted to call you a couple of times at 3 a.m. What's going on? With your heart pounding so hard that you can taste it in the back of your throat, you open the window. What the fuck, Alex? I ain't reading all that. Please be awake. You don't want to have to go through all that bullshit on your own. That's what you pay him for. For real, though.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Let me make coffee.
Oh my god, don't just... Hey! Just tell me that nobody is dead and my career isn't ruined.
Nobody is dead and your career isn't ruined, but I need coffee, so hold the fuck on.
I don't know, Alex annoys me.
Yeah, I am not vibing with it.
No, bad vibes. You blow out a breath. You hadn't honestly been concerned about either of those things, but you still like being reassured. You don't even pretend to focus on something else until Alex gets back. You drink anxiety juice and scroll endlessly through your bitter newsfeed. Bitter is perfect.
It's so good.
News is terrible, discourse is terrible, and everyone's fighting for no reason. Checks out.
Mm-hmm.
You really shouldn't check any of those comments. This is what you pay Alex to do. Check all the abuse so you don't have to. You roll a willpower check, and it is critical failure. You open your notifications. Well, at least we tried.
We did try. I feel like we just delayed the inevitable.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Okay, at least nobody seems to be calling you an abuser or anything, so hopefully this isn't a call-out post problem. Those are so annoying. The majority of the comments seem to be some sort of variation on, hey girl, hey! Which, what the fuck?
Okay, so, some dude Bickbocker made a reaction video to one of your cooking lives. The last one, the gnocchi one.
Wait, that's what all these noisy bitches are talking about? Hold up, I'm not even on BigBock. From your brief forays onto the app, it seems to be entirely hot 19-year-olds lip-syncing to Dynamite by BTS. I mean, I spend entirely too much time on TikTok, but hot people lip-syncing to something or other is a good amount of it. That's a valid lifestyle choice, just not one you're prepared to give a company your email address in order to participate in. I wonder what kind of big bocker Keaton is.
I mean, he sounds like a freeloader. This sort of person that just points at other people's content and goes like, what?
Oh, yeah. That's so... I follow this one TikTok account that, like... I feel like I'm in a few different areas of TikTok. I really like food TikToks, like cooking and stuff.
I watch a lot of food and foraging reels.
Yeah, and I follow one account that is, sorry, I don't remember her name, but she is a Korean woman, and like she does cooking TikToks herself, but she also like talks about like this trend of white people on TikTok, like trying out food from different cultures and basically reacting with disgust.
Ugh.
It's obviously like really disrespectful and really racist, and she kind of like calls it out and stuff. But like that's a thing, and I think you're right to point out that there's definitely like a demographic of TikTok that is about like reacting to things.
Yeah.
And this is like a manifestation of that. That's like very obvious how that's racist, but
yeah, like if you have something to contribute to the content, and like in this case it would be calling out that it's racist, then that's different. It's the people that find other people's funny videos and don't even like provide commentary, they just point at it and have some text that's like, check out this funny video. That's just stealing people's content.
It's interesting that, because I agree that that's kind of like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
I see some people like duet a TikTok. Like, some of the better white TikTokers that I follow sometimes will duet, like, a person of color, or, like, a black creator talking about something, and they won't say anything. They'll just be like, watch this video. Like, one of my favorite TikTokers, Frankie Simmons, is, she's really great. She just kind of does a lot of talking about, like, her whole thing is being like your internet big sister, and she does a lot of talking about, like, you know, being compassionate to yourself, and a lot of her content really like resonates with me and stuff I really need to hear. But sometimes she will duet like a black creator talking about something, and she'll just be there like listening, like actively listening and like knitting or something, and basically being like, just listen to this. Like I find that really interesting because like for me that I do think that is good. Like I hate the word allyship, but the way that is for real, just being like a demonstration of someone just like listening and not saying anything and not making it about them and stuff, but using their platform to elevate like another voice is interesting.
Yeah, especially as like, I mean, I'm not entirely sure how TikTok works, but presumably if someone duets something, like all of their followers will then see that. And so you're then introducing your audience to someone new and getting them to all listen as well. Yeah,
so like when you duet a TikTok, the original creator will be like tagged in that, and so often if I see one of those videos, then I can click on the original and I can follow the original creator like really easily. But it's interesting the different kind of ways that like duetting and stitching function plays out on TikTok.
Yeah,
because sometimes it gets into like a vicious discourse cycle. Sometimes it's people bitching about each other, sometimes it's people adding nothing to a conversation, sometimes it's kind of what I described, and yeah, so
I saw one that was possibly the best use of it that I've ever seen in terms of like comedy, of like some famous TikToker who was like introducing his girlfriend on his page for the first time, and she looked like she was being held there against her will.
I've seen that.
And like people add to it, and they like there's a SWAT
like
team, and yeah, and like the newscaster.
That is peak comedy, and I've seen one. So I've seen one of people like adding to this, and it's like this. The concept is like that Hollywood film where like an Arab country is being portrayed, and there's like this Orientalist music, and someone duets it being like, I'm the token black friend, or someone duets it being like, I'm the mysterious like Arab woman, or someone duets it being like, I'm the like white like American like military hero. And it's just so good. Oh my God. It's peak comedy.
Yeah, I
find that like discursive, I guess, or like aspect of TikTok really interesting.
Yeah, it's a very interesting platform. I have to avoid it for the sake of my own mental health.
Yeah, entirely valid. I don't think it's 100% great for my mental health, but I can't turn away.
Yeah, looks like he ripped your videos off Instagram and uploaded them himself.
Great, so he already sucks. And that's already bringing out a dynamic of him being like a white like creator and literally like stealing her content as a queer woman of color
on a completely different platform, so you can't even like, it's not like duetting someone's content.
Yep. Great. Wait, why? What the fuck? You've already said that so many times, but seriously, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Would I know him?
Probably not. Just another e-boy with his roots showing. Early 20s, flat ass, does mostly shitposts and political videos with bits he probably cribbed from Chapo Trap House. There's a million of them on Big Bock.
Yeah. Classic. God, this is all you need. How bad is the video?
Not that bad. It's sort of nonsensical, and I think he's doing a fake Queen's accent.
Huh? This is getting weirder and weirder.
Just watch it. It's kind of hard to describe.
I wonder if we're gonna get a little video. You find it pretty easily on Big Bock despite your unfamiliarity with the app. The guy's name is Keaton, apparently, some artsy kid with his hair in his eyes and dimples that doubtless let him get away with anything. He's made one of those reaction videos with the one on the left talking over the one on the right. Alex is right that it's not really anything, just him reacting to you rolling and mixing with a sort of weird, insulting shock. Huh. He does say, yeah girl, yeah, quite a few times, which explains all of... Oh no. Is this... You know about those cooking videos, which are like fetish content?
To an extent, yes.
It's like hard to describe them, but
like some people watch mukbang in a sort of fetish way as well.
Yeah, there are these like cooking videos on TikTok, and there are like a few specific accounts where they make the most disgusting food in the world, but the way that they handle the food and the way that the person who's filming it is reacting
Oh,
is
no.
very like, this is like fetish content.
Oh no.
So is this that? I don't.
Part of me is like, is this to do with him being Italian? Because it's gnocchi.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I will unalive him. And we haven't even met him yet. Which explains all this It does seem like a parody of a reaction video, but it's so weird and stream of consciousness that it doesn't make any sense. He himself is exactly how Alex described him. Vaguely emo haircut, attractive in a generic gym-turned way, leaning forward to make sure that the camera catches the worked angles of his biceps. He talks with his hands and sticks out his big pink tongue way more than is strictly necessary.
Hold out.
At the end, he goes into a weird, garbled spiel about how these cooking videos are wasteful, the chefs never eat the food, and if they have all this excess food and time, why aren't they donating it instead of just using it to get clicks on social media? That's a bunch of assumptions.
Yeah, it is a bunch of assumptions. And, like, also, a lot of cooking videos, especially nowadays, are showing people how to, like, batch cook and, like, make affordable food, so it is contributing in a different way.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you can't make those kind of assumptions about, like... I think that there are definitely, like, food or cooking videos that you watch where you can see that, like, the people who make them are really rich.
Yeah.
But I think, like, your average, like, cooking video, I wouldn't be like, oh, I assume that they're not eating this food and that they're wasting this food.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a weird assumption.
Yeah, and you don't think that when you see it on TV, either.
No.
Like, I mean, just because Saturday Kitchen has a part where they all sit down and eat the food doesn't mean that people making YouTube videos or TikToks making food don't do the same thing afterwards.
Yeah.
You don't have to have visual evidence of them feeding it to their family.
Yeah, and also, like, cooking content creators wasting food is absolutely not the worst offense when it comes to food waste. Like,
No.
like food waste as a problem is about, like corporations.
Yeah.
Like
And best before dates.
Yeah,
existing.
exactly. So, like, yeah, like, some random, like, content creator, like, making food and maybe not eating all of it is nothing compared to, like, the amount of food waste that happens every day at, like, supermarkets and fast food chains and stuff. So it's just a complete, like, misdirection of...
Yeah. His takes are without nuance.
It's just virtue signaling.
Yeah.
In my view. He signs off with a cheeky smile and an entreaty for his audience not to harass you. Wow. Well, failed step one, dickhead.
I don't think I'm going to be able to defend this man.
If you could after this, I'd be a bit like... Okay.
Yeah, no, I am self-respecting enough bisexual to not, like, do anything for one emo boy.
Wow, that was almost Dadaist.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his angle is. Anyway, not a big deal. You just might get some smart asses in your mentions for a while.
I'm vaguely aware of what Dadaism is. It's like an art movement, but for our audience who might not know, let's do a quick...
I can't think
Google.
of the exact points of Dadaism. I know it's just very, like, weird.
Yeah, so... it was an art movement, a European avant-garde in the early 20th century. Should I respond? No.
Absolutely not. These guys thrive on attention. If you respond, you'll just be getting him more traffic. Block and move on.
Yeah, you're right.
You're not going to listen to me, are you?
I think that we should continue to try
to...
No matter what she decides to do, I think that we should continue to try to break our unhealthy patterns.
Yeah.
No, I will, I swear. I can't believe you'd accuse me of discounting your valuable advice. Just because I've done it every other time, it does not follow logically that I will this time. Just because the sun rises every morning doesn't necessarily mean it will tomorrow. I mean...
Bad example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're right about the sun thing.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. I gotta go to work.
Heart emoji. I was talking to someone the other day about how, like, apparently Okay, so, like, my instinct to, like, do a little heart is to do that.
Yeah.
Right? But I think that people do this.
Oh, they do.
They do this.
My friends, like, Florian and Ross try and do this, but I can't make it look like a heart.
Yeah,
very well.
I like, kind of can, I guess.
So
but
I usually do this or this, because then it has wings.
I've just always done
Yeah.
this, right? But I feel like now the kids...
Yeah, the kids
like,
are doing that.
doing that, and then I don't even really understand the...
It's the little K-pop heart.
Yeah, I know it's a K-pop thing,
Yeah.
but it doesn't look like a heart. Like, is it meant to? From a
Just like
specific
the top
angle?
of your thumbs kind of look like a heart.
I guess.
It's very, like... I don't know. Dadaist.
Well, incredible. We're gonna weave that into our vocabulary now.
Yeah.
Sounds smart. Okay. You absolutely intend to take Alex's advice. He's very rarely wrong about these things, but that's what you hired him for. I don't like him, but that is what you hired him for.
Yeah.
But the more you sit here and stew, the more pissed off you get. Please, lovingly, Inaya, get a hobby. How dare this little prick take your video to farm likes for himself, and how dare he accuse you of misusing resources for clout? I mean, yeah. She's allowed to be angry about that. Little bastard. What does he know about anything? Every one of his fans is only there because he's cute and mean. He does absolutely nothing to add to anyone's life.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, okay.
No!
Here we go. We tried, guys. You saw us trying.
We made an active decision to protect them, and they ignored us.
You know you are making a mistake even as you set up your streaming equipment. Dumb Inaya, idiot. Hey y'all. I know I was supposed to be making dark chocolate cherry cookies today, but that's gotten put on hold. That does sound delicious. Because my mood is garbage. Some little dickhead seems to have decided it would be fun to steal my videos and re-upload them. On BigBock. I don't use BigBock because I do not fuck with BigBock audience. You all know that. To my new friend, I just want to say, comparing gnocchi to a vagina is not content. Excuse me? He did what? And I do, in fact, eat all the stuff I make. I'd be cooking whether or not I was streaming. Some people eat real food instead of endless ramen noodles. Okay, well, don't judge people for that.
No.
People is me, I'm people.
I am people.
Wow, this is also weak. You're just calling him a gamer, basically. This sucks. You gotta up your game.
Oh no!
Oh god. Also, just saying, do you eat all that designer clothing you buy? What? Why don't you donate it to a shelter or use some of that Bucci? The Father, the Son, and the House of Bucci. Money on helping out your community.
I mean, might as well throw it back at him.
Yeah. Just saying, catch you later, y'all. Alex is gonna be like, You shut it down without checking any of your live reacts. You turn off your camera, already composing your apology to Alex in your head. All you get from him is a gif of that guy from The Office looking into the camera. Yeah. You've calmed down enough to do a little work when you notice a friend request on Discord. You don't usually accept them if you don't recognize the username, but for some reason, this one, you do. I wonder who that could be. You get a DM from the account immediately. God.
Touché.
Look at the way that the, like, E with the accent aigu on it is, like, different types. I love that.
Truce.
Your stomach tries to jump into your throat. Fuck, are your palms sweating? How old is Inaya? Do we know?
We definitely found out at some point, but I don't think that they are much older than Keaton, because Keaton's older than he looks. He's 24.
Yeah, just wanted to double check.
Yeah, there's not going to be any weird age gap, I don't think.
Yeah.
He's not actually 19.
Okay. You that big buck douchebag?
That's what they call me. But, like, derogatory. I'm also a tube you douchebag, for what it's worth.
Tube you.
Tube you.
We're tube you douchebags.
Yes.
How did you get my Discord tag?
Oh, I have my ways. My army of cyberstalkers that creep through the night. Didn't take long for them to get you in their ninja sights.
That's incredibly creepy. I'm blocking you now.
Hey, wait, no. I have a proposition. A proposal, if you will.
God, I hate him so much.
Yeah, I'm not here for it.
These little fucking, like, anime expressions are making
like,
it worse for me. No.
You might as well be doing like...
No, he's being like, ooh, isn't it so cute that I, like, stole a bunch of my person's content?
He's like, ooh, I stalked you. Just a little stalk.
As a treat, isn't that so cute? Ick. Okay. You hesitate with your finger hovering over the block button. A proposition, not an apology.
Yeah. What? No. Come on, you know that was just me messing around. Look, it got you a bunch of traffic. Don't generate drama for views.
Not many new subscribers, just people being nasty in my replies.
Yeah, that's not useful to anyone. What? Really?
What did you think would happen?
Just because he specifically said, don't go harass her, he thought people would listen.
It's white people, man.
Shit, LMAO.
It just gets worse.
Yeah.
I'm...
Oh, Keaton, I really wanted to like you.
The way that I knew when I saw his avatar, I saw this motherfucker.
I know people who look like this in real life, and they are nice people. But they also don't make TikToks. No, seriously. Oh my god, where did his head go? I didn't know, lol. Drama drives clicks. I thought you'd be rolling in it right now. All that engagement and hate watch rev. Goes to show what I know, LMAO.
Gee, I wonder why it doesn't affect you in the same way.
White guy on the net pretends to understand being a POC lady. More on that story at 5 o'clock. You're watching Channel 9 News. Presumably this is about him misgendering them.
Maybe?
Because specifically using the word lady, and there was a content warning for misgendering.
Yeah, maybe. Correct him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
That also, yeah.
A person of
make
color
sense.
woman.
You what? LMAO?
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I get that now.
Yeah.
Suddenly you feel like one of those accounts on Bitter who reply to someone's post to correct their grammar. It's not like that, is
No.
it? I mean...
This is more relevant.
You stared into the void and the void stared back. Never mind. You almost tell him that you aren't a woman, but he doesn't have any right to know that. You're not getting into gender clusterfuck with this idiot. Oh, I think I did refer to them a couple of times as a woman, so apologies for that. I think I probably projected my own feelings about my own gender a little bit onto Inaya.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I, sometimes... I guess I sometimes refer to myself as, a woman of color in the sense that that's the way that I experience the world.
Yeah.
And, I do have, a relationship to womanhood. But, I mean, I've talked before on our channel and stuff about how, I don't... I consider my gender as, lesbian, broadly. That's the most comfortable way for me to identify my gender, so I think I probably projected that onto Inaya, so
yeah.
Apologies for that. That being called a woman feels wrong, but you don't feel like you can claim to be non-binary without someone calling out your incorrect performance of the label.
Oof.
Ouch. God, being online has made you 10 times more neurotic than you are naturally. Wow.
Just thought I'd do a quick react vid. It's the food of my people, after all. Gotta rep the motherland, you know.
What, Italians?
If I don't do it, who will? I was right!
This fucking guy. What?
LMAO, I'm Italian.
I Okay. You blink at your screen, you wonder if this is what having a stroke feels like. Yeah. I also, one of my favorite things is, like, obviously it's kind of, like, ultimately quite stupid drama to me, personally, because, and I think it's hilarious because, like, white people problems. But one of my favorite things is, like European Italians just shitting on Italian Americans and just being like they keep being like, I'm Italian, this is Italian, but what they're specifically talking about are things which are Italian American that are not like actually Italian,
like salami.
And that is like a fair distinction to make, because it's not that there's anything wrong with like Italian American culture, because for most diasporic cultures, our cultures are different to like people who actually live in the countries that our like parents or grandparents or stuff are from, because that's what happens. Like, people migrate and they create their own cultures which are inspired by, you know, their roots or like whatever. So obviously it makes sense that Italian American culture is not European Italian culture. But I just think that how pissed off people get about it is so fucking funny to me, because it's like an entirely different dynamic from like, because, like, European Italians are not at risk of having their culture, like, destroyed. You know what I mean? But they get so pissed off about, like, Italian Americans being like, this is a pizza. And they're like, that is not a pizza. You call that a pizza? So you thought you'd honor your forefathers by making a video about how gnocchi look like a fat pussy. I can't believe he said these things.
Oh my god. He's doing the fucking heart.
Ick. Oh, yeah, and I can see the little... Okay.
Yeah. Damn girl. I was expecting him to say damn girl. I mean they. Have you ever met an old Italian guy? Or just a normal Italian guy? Either one popping the cherry tomato when it comes to my people in our mysterious ways.
Why are you talking like white people, who, including Italian Americans, aren't everywhere? Like, what?
Because that would make me way more honoured to collab with you. Now it's a cultural exchange. Just thought I'd do a quick react vid.
I'm losing my mind.
Yeah,
You're kidding, right? You make fun of me in a big book and now you want me to help you?
Dude, I wasn't making fun of you. That's just how Big Book works. It's the content ecosystem. You post something, then I react, then we both get views, it's easy.
Jesus Christ. Despite yourself, you feel a little embarrassed. You kind of overreacted. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. This is what the internet is like. A bunch of talentless hacks climbing up each other's assholes all day. I think that's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
And hadn't you used Keaton as an opportunity to do a clapback? You'd gone for pretty low-hanging fruit with that comment about the designer clothes. Isn't that what all influencers do? Just buy clothes?
People buy clothes to have clothes.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how you define an influencer. Because I guess an influencer is not necessarily the same as a content creator.
Yeah.
Because, like, we're content creators, but we're definitely not influencers.
We have influence over, like, 5 people.
Yeah. Still, like, hell, you're gonna apologize to this guy if he doesn't apologize to you first. You might be a wreck, but you do have a tiny little bit of self-respect. Fine, whatever.
So, just write all your messages in one message. You want to collab?
I didn't say that. What would a collab even entail?
I don't know, LMAO. I didn't think this far ahead. We can meet up, though. Talk it over.
What?
You're from the old JC too, right? Do you know the White Cat? Working there part-time if you're feeling like dropping by.
Wow. You're honestly surprised that a kid like this has a job, let alone a service job. You had him pegged as a trust fund baby. What the hell? It's not like you have anything else to do.
This really is the driver of plot in this game, is I don't have anything else to do. I'm gonna go do it.
I wonder if that's just Inaya, though. Like, because that's what she's
true.
like. I wonder what it would be like to play as other characters.
Yeah, but I also feel like I think Ashley replied to her saying, I don't have anything better to do.
Doing
Redoing the collab.
That's because she was like sad and just breaking up with someone there. But I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I think we'll just have to see what it's like playing as other characters. And a part of you sort of wants to see this clown make an absolute fool of himself in person. Fine, but you're buying.
Don't you worry your head on this one. I'm good for it.
I don't fucking trust it. You don't mean to agree, but you do. You suggest tomorrow afternoon to give yourself ample time to back out of it, but you don't. It's not like this is a date. You'd never fuck this kind of guy, and he definitely would never fuck you. What's there even to be nervous about?
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we upload next.
On screen, you can find this whole playlist for this Let's Play, and you can find a link to our latest video essay. If you like what you see, consider supporting us on Patreon. The link to our Patreon is in the description of every video.
Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.